Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Oregon Trail.
Could you all get your dysentery vaccines?
No.
No, why would we?
Vaccine.
What? So they can track me with the 5G?
Dude, this is 1820. You mean with the 1G?
The 0.05G?
All right, let's see
Dustin, Wait, Dustin, did you not name yourself the... Oh,
he did.
yeah.
He did.
Oh, so wait, you have to name yourself twice?
No.
No, it's the first part. He's the first one. That makes him the leader.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
It
like when you go.
okay.
It's like
All right.
it's like when you go to your friend's house and they get to be player one because it's their house.
Rob the gamer.
Dude, we're really
Oh
going...
no, it's too long.
Rob
Dude,
the
Rob
game.
game? I know when I do it too long, Dustin. No.
Yeah,
Dude.
nice.
You can do... I know what I've done before, Dustin, is Rob the game R.
Oh.
Rob the hard R.
A way to go back.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. You
It
may
It
be.
doesn't matter.
You may have ruined it.
It
I ruined
really
it
don't
forever.
matter.
Yeah. No one's gonna watch this episode now.
Oof.
Dude, Sydney getting a spot
Wow.
for Fanning.
Wow.
Sydney was here
Wow.
for Fanning, wasn't she?
True.
Also, I'm an
true.
ally. I'm not misogynist, so women first.
That's lumped in with ally now?
And yet you put
Yep.
yourself the straight white male first.
Well, I'm in charge, and I need to be a good person
Whoa,
in charge.
whoa,
but not
whoa!
be
why are
Why
you
is
in
the straight
charge?
white male in charge, huh?
I don't know. You
Hey,
guys
for the-
told me tell
Guys.
Sydney to play the game next time.
Guys, for the time period, it's accurate. I'm not even here. I shouldn't even be here right now.
On the contrary, you should be here, just, in chains in the back.
Oh,
Where you
Oh
belong.
God. Oof. Ooh.
Hey, I'm just saying, if he's talking
If
about
we're
it being
being
historically
if
accurate,
we're being historically accurate, he is
then that's
correct.
correct.
Yes.
I wouldn't be here.
And I would probably be shot dead. I mean, it's just how it works. Wait, you're
Wait,
Matt.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Wait a minute. No, I'm Matt.
Matt, I didn't know you were fucking that.
And do you know what? And do you know what else I'm? You know what else I am?
Yeah.
I'm on the Lads AM podcast where it's about the
Yeah.
podcast, not the gameplay. How are you
Exactly.
guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm
tired, but-
hopefully gonna be here for the whole episode.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to. Well, we have a ringer. We have
We
a
have
backup.
a ringer.
We have.
I'm
yeah.
on-
That's me. That's me. I'm the backup.
Penny-
I
Penny's
have
here,
my
Penny's
I have
here.
my mic over here, baby monitor over here in case I need to go comfort my nephew. But he hasn't made a peep in like an hour and a half, so
That's good, man.
hopefully we're all good.
Yo.
But yeah, how you guys all doing?
Pretty good. Had a very long day of work.
Dude, I had one of the strangest incidents I've ever had working with these damn kids today.
About a month in.
No, I'm saying including all my years of substitute teaching. This is one of the
Oh.
strangest things I ever had to deal with. So, you ready for this story?
Yes. Yes.
I'm ready. I'm
Because
always ready.
all right, so I'm at this table, and for the sake of not giving away any personal information, and also because I genuinely don't remember their names right now, we're gonna say at this table is
Larry,
what-
Paul, and Tony.
no, it's a guy and two girls. So Larry,
Paulina and Tony with an I.
Tanya.
Sure. Larry,
Alright, so
Paulina, and Tanya.
Larry, Pauline, and Tanya.
Sure.
And I'm working with them on the worksheet that they're working. And all of a sudden, Larry is talking to the girls and is like, "Hey, what are they called? I don't even remember. Give me back my popper or something." And they're like, "We don't have it." And he's like, "Give it back to me." And they're like, we don't have it. And I'm like, all right, hang on. What is this popper thing? And I guess I'm definitely using the wrong word, but I guess it's something you attach to Crocs or something.
Oh,
Oh,
those
yeah.
giblets or
So-
whatever.
Giblets.
Giblets, thank you. That's what they're called, giblets. Yeah. I don't wear Crocs. I don't care.
Unfortunate.
I also feel old talking to these kids, but it's beside the point. So they're like, he's like, give me back my giblet, and I guess he has a giblet of like Minnie Mouse or something. So they're insistent we don't have it, and he's insistent that they do have it. And I'm standing there like, on the one hand, I don't have a fucking clue what's going on, but on the other hand, if he is genuinely accusing them of stealing from him, I need to do something about it. So I stand there for like 3 minutes. And as far as I can tell, none of them are lying to each other. So, like, I'm getting the feeling that he's genuinely missing this thing, right? But also that the girls don't have it. So I'm just like, what is going on? So I'm at the point where like I'm looking around his desk area, I don't see any. And he's getting frustrated to the point where like I said to him, I said, listen, I don't know what's going on. I said to the girls, I said, listen, girls, I don't want this to escalate for something stupid like this. If you have it, just give it back to me. And they're insistent and they're like, we don't have it, we don't have it. And I'm inclined to believe them. And so eventually I say to them, I'm like, all right, well, then the next step, I guess, is for me to try to get admin involved. Because like I can't physically search the kids.
Getting the admins involved?
So I say to him, I'm like, do you want me to get admin involved? And he's like, yeah, get admin. So like we're chatting for like 5 minutes about this, and several times he's like, just call admin, right?
Sounds like he's on a Minecraft server.
So kind of.
Admin, ban this person.
Admin a boost. Admin a boost.
So finally, I'm like, okay, I'll go call admin. And all of a sudden, this guy is like, wait, don't call admin. And I freeze in my tracks because in my mind, I'm like, why does he suddenly not want me to call admin? And in my mind, I'm like, was he just lying the whole time? Like, why was he just making this situation up? Because, like, why would he, if he's genuinely missing something and he thinks that they took it from him, why would he not want to call admin, right? Especially after he had been insisting on it for 5 minutes. So I'm like, come over here. And I'm like trying to have a private conversation with him. And I look at him and I say, listen, dude, the way I see it, one of two things is going on. Either you genuinely think that they took it, in which case you should want me to call admin so that we can hopefully get to the bottom of this. Alternatively, you just wasted my time and everyone's time for 10 minutes, in which case, I didn't say it, but like, what the fuck?
What are we doing here?
I'm
So
not legally allowed to threaten you, so
before he gives an answer, my co-teacher, who had been listening in this whole conversation, right? At this point, by the way, while I'm chatting with him, the bell rings, the girls leave. Okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my co-teacher walks over. He has the giblet, whatever it's called. And he shows it to the student and is like, is this it? And he's like, yes, that's it. So me, upon seeing this thing, I'm like, well, shit, clearly he wasn't making it up because it exists.
Right.
So then he walks away. Clearly he's like frustrated at me because I'm over here still very confused. And then my co-teacher is like, yeah, so I found it on the floor near my desk. When his desk is near the student's desk. So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But that's where the co-teacher said this bombshell. You ready?
Yeah.
He said, I am fairly certain that it was not there while you were talking with them. I think one of the girls threw it there when they left.
Wow.
Oh, they're
They
sneaky.
had it the whole time and just dropped it there before he left the room.
Yeah, that's what we're starting to think. That they actually, one of the, I don't know which one, but one of them had it the whole time.
And they, oh my god, and your passive perception is shit. Because
Dude,
none of,
dude.
or their sleight of hand is huge.
Are you teaching
They-
rogues?
I think he's teaching rogues.
Dude, I don't know.
Oh, that's sick.
But I'm gonna be keeping a way closer eye on the two of them now.
Dude,
Like I
you're
told
just
him, I
getting-
was like, dude,
Dude, my
if
favorite subgenre.
they're that sneaky, like I'm glad that I know that this early in the year. Like
My-
that's sketch.
My favorite subgenre of stories is Rob just getting diced up by his kids. Dude, what are
Yeah?
their names? Oh, no. Okay, so it's Larry, Paul, Tony,
Larry,
now-
Pauline, and Tanya, yeah.
and now there's Pauline and Tanya, the 5
You
horse.
have an Overwatch team on your hands.
You do.
I have an Overwatch 2 in my hands. Oh,
The
boy.
5 students of the apocalypse.
Dude, I'm just saying right now, when they form a Overwatch team, Tanya is canonically the tank.
Yeah, she's got this.
She is a hardcore Wrecking Ball main.
Based.
Oh no. All right, they're okay. Well, they're not climbing out of silver.
It's okay because
Obviously.
the rest of her
No!
team is holding her back.
Yeah, because that's how it works. Oh no. Oh, I thought one of us got injured.
I mean, we have no food.
Hey, what's the
Well, I just got cholera, so
so
I'm
what's
sorry,
the
I'm sorry, wait, you got what?
cholera in the game?
Fanning. Cholera.
Oh,
cholera?
so, whatever.
Cholera what? Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Cholera a dying person, because that's what
Col-
Fanning's about to be.
What's the bet?
Oh no.
Oh, what's the bet on who dies first?
Speaking of
Rob.
Not me, apparently.
Cholera.
That
Bye.
was right.
Oh my
That was
god.
right.
Damn. Fanning is not far behind me. Don't
I'm
worry.
not.
Yeah. So
We're out of.
So about the
Well-
podcast, not the game, right?
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
to hear a story?
Oh, I love first stories. Yep.
So this is when Georgia and I on Tuesday was a day.
Yes.
We went to a concert. We went there for the Who, not the Who that you might be thinking of. If they're not a
HU.
Mongolian, the HU, a Mongolian metal band. If you're thinking of the other band, you're wrong. And it was a good time. But something happened that I can only describe as divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
So-
Ooh, interesting choice of words.
So,
Okay.
and Georgie's not here to defend himself.
No.
Oh,
Very good, very good, very good.
all right.
Very good for me. Even though I gave him plenty of shit for it as we were walking out of the venue, because I basically explained the whole thing from like my perspective. It's pretty funny. So one thing about Georgia that we all know that has been a topic of lately is that he's into girls with nose rings.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And actually, I learned that that's not the full story. Actually, any sort of nose piercing is acceptable.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
stud would
Pretty normal thing.
like a stud would also. I thought it was specifically nose rings, and when he started mentioning like people who had nose piercings, I'm like, no, they don't have a nose ring. And he was like, no, he has like the stud, and I'm like, oh, so that counts. I didn't realize that counted. I thought it was a little bit more
Okay.
specific. So maybe like after like the first band that wasn't a Who went on, like in between that kind of lull between people, between acts or whatever, someone, just this random person, just like walks like near us and like just asks to stand because we were standing on like a railing and there was a little bit of space next to a railing. So she asks if she can stand like next to us in like the little bit of empty space right next to Georgia.
Yes.
And I look over and I'm like, okay, so a cute girl with a nose ring just stood right next to Georgia and she's alone. All right. How does he do it? I don't understand. So but they're not like, he doesn't like talk to her at all. She doesn't like talk to him. It's totally like they're not talking at all. And I was immediately like wondering like if he was going to or not because we know him. And it's going on, and then this random guy just like walks up to like the opposite side of the railing that we're on, takes like this empty can and just puts it in between the two of them and walks away.
What?
Instead of throwing this can away or finding a place, he just puts it he puts it right in front of them, like looks at them, smiles, says absolutely nothing, and walks away.
Okay.
I think this is a fake person. I'm pretty sure this was an NPC.
This is a setup.
Because what happens is that can basically just becomes the first words they say to each other. And that leads to them talking for a pretty good amount of time. I actually have George's phone. Like, I'm trying to figure out like what train we need to take back.
Mhm.
What's up with the earphone?
My phone was dead because
Ah.
as on the train to Boston, I looked at it and realized it had 30% battery left. So I didn't have my phone, or it was turned off, just conserving battery.
Okay.
So I was on George's phone looking up the ticket, and he's talking to the girl next to us. I learned later that she was like, they were both basically just like hushing over relationship problems that they've both had, and that was kind of what they were talking about. And I'm holding George's phone, trying to figure out the time. I'm figuring out that, all right, so if we're gonna take the train back, we need to leave at
Now.
Basically, it was now. And I have his phone. I go to tell him. He's enthralled in conversation. This is also short. This is after I messaged you guys from his phone on Discord.
Yeah.
Saying that he was a few drinks in and not to listen to anything he was saying.
I thought that was, he said that you were a few drinks in. I must have read that wrong.
I can see how that happened because I
Yeah.
did it from his phone when I had it in my hands. I said, "This is Matt. George is a few drinks in. Ignore anything he's saying. Thanks and have fun." So Georgie was a few drinks in at this point, and I realized I'm not the only reason he probably hasn't got her number is because I am holding his phone, and I think he's too drunk to realize that he doesn't have his phone. Therefore, his phone number is just not on the table. It's just not in his brain. And a kind of fucked up thing. At one point, she leaves to go get a drink. So Georgia kind of just like moves over a little bit and saves her spot.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
I look over at him when he moves. He goes, "Oh, I'm saving her spot." I'm like, okay. Maybe 30, 45 minutes later, while the last band that we didn't stay for the whole time because we weren't really there for them.
Yeah.
While they're going, I like tap Georgia. I tell Georgia, "Hey, Georgia, I'm going to the bathroom," just so he knows like where I am because it was near the time we're about to leave.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go there." I go, gone for a few minutes. I come back. Guess what?
What?
There's someone standing in my spot.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, this motherfucker. So,
Well, Matt, you know the common phrase, hose before bros.
apparently I've got it wrong this whole time. So as we're walking out, I'm explaining this whole situation, and I'm like, isn't it kind of insane that we've been joking that you're just about how you're into girls with nose rings, and then randomly someone alone at a concert, which you don't really see much.
Yeah.
You don't really. It's not a lot that you see people that go to concerts alone. I mean, obviously you can. It's fine, but it's not not common. So I'm like, so how do you do? I'm like, I'm asking him, like, so like, how do you do it? Like, what God do you pray to? Like, do you sacrifice? Like the exact person that he would describe as his type just randomly stands next to him. I don't know if you I don't know if you've seen it, but he's been rocking this mustache lately.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
He's been rocking a mustache because it says he makes him laugh.
Okay, sure.
So he's been rocking this mustache, which we both acknowledge it doesn't look good.
Right.
So I guess he's being carried by pure charisma here, I guess. And I'm explaining to him, I'm like, so you understand from my perspective, your like exact type just stood next to you. And then, even though you weren't talking at all, this like NPC walks over, puts a thing of trash between you, and that sparks conversation. And I'm like, how? How does he have it so easy? And I'm making fun of him for it.
Yeah.
He's not totally there at the moment. So it's a pretty funny walk back. We ended up not taking the train back. We ended up just like walking, like kind of fast walking it there, because it would have taken longer to get to the station was in the opposite direction that we were going. So we would have had to walk the opposite direction to get to the station, and then take that back to North Station, which would have been about the same amount of time as just walking there. But at least walking there, I know I could, I knew that time. And then if anything went wrong on the train, it was just going to be more consistent to walk back. But that whole walk back was pretty fun. I was at least right when we got out of the venue, I was just making fun of him, and he could not explain it. I was like, I was basically telling him to explain himself, to say how he does it. He's like, I don't know.
I think it's just because he's a foreigner.
I think that's what it is.
It tends to happen to foreigners in the U.S. They only have to try, really.
I'm pretty sure.
Real quick, I just want to read this out, okay? So you said that you messaged us from George's account. You were like, "Yeah, Giorgio's drunk. Ignore anything he says." Right?
Yeah.
Fanning, now you said, "Oh, I must have misread that."
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the exact message Matt typed.
Yes.
Hi guys, this is Matt 4 drinks in. Please ignore anything he says. He writes. Matt, you sound just as drunk.
Did I? Did I not?
That is what you said. That's what I was confused about. Describing
Hi
it.
guys, this is Matt 4 drinks in. Please ignore anything he says. He writes. And then George followed that up with, send help, I drunk. Matt, bring me homie. At Mr. Gamer 115, me. No daddy rompers tonight. Referring to Danganronpa.
Yeah.
At that point, I was slightly concerned, so I say, "Are you all good, George? I get home safe."
Yeah, I was getting ready to offer, I didn't know where you guys were at all. I was getting ready to offer a ride.
I was about to offer a ride as well, and then George, in his infinite wisdom, says, "I good. We will get home safe, lol." Matt has drink. As though Matt hasn't drunk, i.e., he's driving me home. I, thinking Georgia is very drunk as I can see, reply, Matt can't drive. And then spend the next hour and 5 minutes fucking nervous.
That is the walk home. That is the walk to the. That is the
about
walk from
what
the train.
is going on with the two of you, because as far as I could tell, despite what George said, both of you were drunk.
I may have not been able to type correct. Maybe it was just too loud and I couldn't focus on what I was saying, because I was dead sober the whole time.
And then he said, finally at 11, we take train and walk. And I'm like, oh boy. And then come to find out, this fucker who is 4 drinks in, clearly drunk, right?
I mean, Georgia can hold it a little bit.
This text conversation begs differ.
He was holding conversation in
Go to
person.
work the next day. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's life, baby.
I mean, that
Hell
may be
yeah.
life, but like, jeez.
Let's stop
I don't
streaming for a second. How'd stream go? Meh.
Oh, you actually? Has anyone ever actually like considered like the quality of the stream you had, and then actually responded to Discord on that?
You good now?
Hold on.
Hang on.
Brennan?
Early on when Discord came out, there were a couple times where I had really rough calls, so I actually said meh. And it would be like, oh, tell us what went wrong. And I actually would fill out a small report and send it because I
Well, we
want
have
Discord to succeed. And guess what? I have had very few issues with Discord in years.
if it's Discord, the message was probably like, "We're very sorry. Can you tell us what went oopsie?"
Probably.
Because did they have that?
Oh.
All right.
Dustin.
Hey,
Oh, he's back.
we all good?
Do I need another fill? I don't think I can get George here right now.
April.
So Dustin, you have you said you had a really fun story to talk about, right? Wow, really?
Wow.
Dude, that is such an insane story. We're gonna have to save it for next week.
We're gonna, dude. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can upload that to YouTube. I might have to cut that whole thing. I might just have to mute you for the rest.
But I do actually have a story.
What's up?
Short little
What's up,
one.
man?
So I come home. This actually happened today. I come home from work today. I had a 10-hour shift. It sucked. Come in. My mom's taking a nap. My dad calls me into his office. Recently, he's been doing a playthrough of Spyro Year of the Dragon, like the original, on the PS1.
Hey,
Hey, Agor.
this is why you don't let me play the game.
It's okay. I'm playing now.
Yeah. He calls me into the office because like, hey, I was playing this earlier. He was extremely excited. He found, quote unquote, a glitch that lets you swim in air. And he was so excited. He just wanted to tell me because he thought it was very cool.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways of doing swim in air in that game.
Yeah. I think it was.
That's so cute.
I know.
Look at it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he wouldn't call you fanning. You're all.
Yeah.
You're all fannings.
Dude, it's just like anime. Where you go to your friend's house and you call them by their last name, and they're like, "We're all fanning here," and you're like, and then you get nervous because you got to call them by their first name.
Anime, like, nowhere else does that happen.
Not
an entire country.
Definitely not.
It reminds me of one time in D&D, someone had a mask, and you said they put on their side like they do in anime. I was like, we're pretty sure they do that in Japan too, bud. You fucking weeb. They do that in Japan.
I've never been to Japan, so I don't know. I've never been to Japan, but I've seen plenty of anime.
So you show up to one of those schools, like they have an anime.
Funny enough, only in anime do they have someone that sits in the far back near the window.
And the roof of the school.
You look at anime when kids talk on the roof of the school. Dude, the amount of freedom that students have in anime, it's crazy.
Really
God, that has sound.
You just leave the class whenever they want to.
Loud.
Yeah, I'm muting. I am muting the stream.
Like how they just leave, or they have like whole like when we were in high school, did we ever have a chance to like go just have a whole dialogue in some random unoccupied part of the school?
No.
And
do you mean the band room?
True.
Well, yeah, and before school. But imagine if between
also after school.
No, but I'm talking like randomly in between 5th and 6th period, we all just went down to the band room and then just had like a whole like character arc. Or have like a whole like conversation.
Yeah,
And,
well,
like,
let's go monologue in the stairway to nowhere.
True.
Yeah, is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, basically, if we had just done that, but like all the time, like they just see they it's seemingly they just have that, and that's an instance where I actually can't tell if that's anime or if that's actual in Japan because it could just be like we can't just have them talk in class, so we have to progress the story somehow.
Right.
But I've never been to Japan, but I've watched anime, so I don't want to assume anything. I'm actually better than most weebs. Oh, wow. Audio listeners, Rob
That wasn't a
lasted
funny joke by
maybe
Matt. That was
audio listeners, Rob maybe lasted 30 seconds in this game.
I thought I
Dude,
was doing bad.
dude, how did I lose 2 people
710
an
pounds.
And most of your food. Bro.
Damn.
Hey, I'm
Damn,
just saying, me fanning and Matt are looking pretty good.
you know who couldn't have written that?
35 pounds. Like,
You know who couldn't have written that? The
Yeah.
writers that are on strike. Still.
dude.
Yep.
So like, Matt, you're a movie guy.
I am a movie guy.
I only half understand this strike, so explain what the fuck they're striking about. I think isn't it has to do with like protecting the writers in terms of not allowing AI to write scripts, right?
So basically I'll put it as simply as possible.
Mm,
There's two major things that they want. Of other that like two specific things. You know, the major thing is like, livable wage. Something everyone wants in this country.
This is
Not
what
me.
comes with every union contract. It's just a raise.
Yeah. Yeah. The two main things, one is AI. Basically having their work like protected or at least them getting compensated if their work is used to train an AI model. Kind of protections against like studios using like AI to write like a bulk of a script and then paying writers like pennies to like fix it and finish it.
Yeah.
And this also is why you also have like actors joining in because you don't want people because not every
God.
actor, not every actor is like like Matt Damon.
no shot.
So basically and like having like AI people in the background and if their faces are used to train AI. So that's like the AI part of it. It's just like protection against that. And the other thing is like residuals, which is
Yeah.
what you get paid when your stuff basically reruns. Like if you ever look, I know the voice of Zuko does
Yeah.
the TikTok trend of being like, oh, what kind of meal could I pay with my residuals from this thing I voiced in? And sometimes it's like $200 or sometimes it's like $4. Like, did some niche thing get rerun or is it Avatar again for him? Maybe.
Yeah.
And basically the laws regarding or the payment regarding residuals in streaming. So something like Netflix, Hulu
Yeah.
is nothing like compared to like TV.
Yeah, because they still use TV rules in the sense that, like, the amount of times that it plays, you get residuals for that. But they use the argument of, oh, it's only on the streaming service once, so
You don't get paid for that.
yeah.
I think the one I saw, I know the like one of like the big names in it is Adam Conover,
Mhm.
like College Humor. Adam Ruins Everything. He's the one I keep seeing like the most like he's like seems to be like the face of it from what I can tell right now, or like one of the bigger names talking about it. And I think the example of something like he gave basically some example where like what he got from his show Adam Ruins Everything streaming on like TV was like he was like $20,000 or something. But then like what he would get from something like streaming would be like I don't remember the exact number, but it was like shockingly low.
Yeah.
So basically, they just want those rules to be updated so that people are getting proper, like what they should be getting paid for residuals from streaming, because the laws are just horribly outdated, which is not uncommon for everything, every single thing regarding like the internet or social media. All of these laws are outdated. So that's why that strike's been going on for so long. I think we're past 100 days now, right?
I think so.
Probably.
If not, we're close.
Let me actually look how long has the writers' strike been going on.
I've seen some people from the Actors Guild doing like a march when I was at work one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, 136.
That's
136
that's
days.
a long time. That's over 4
Yeah,
months.
and we're actually getting to the. I think we're.
It must be getting to the point where it's like actually affecting what's on TV.
Yeah, I think a lot of them were saying fall is when you're going to start
Mhm.
seeing it, and there's a lot of. I saw this one TikTok earlier, or a couple days ago, that was basically like, it was a rundown of like all the stuff that's being affected, and it's a
Mhm.
lot of shows that have even gotten delayed or just straight up canceled.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if if all movies and stuff starts being really bad lately,
We know why.
you're gonna know why, because because obviously it's not like an immediate thing, because stuff happens months, years in advance. So I think around now is when we're actually gonna start seeing things actually be affected by it.
I mean, we're already seeing the scabs
Yeah.
with
Which,
Bill Maher and Drew Barrymore.
what happened there? Is there something?
They're starting their shows again.
Oh, really?
The picket line, yeah.
Oh, damn.
They're just doing it with no writers.
Oh, God.
That
It's gonna
sounds like a mistake.
In
like
the Drew Barrymore show, they had to kick people out of the audience because people showed up wearing like the union like shirts, trying to be like, "Hey, fuck you, Drew Barrymore." So they had them out.
I can't imagine. I know, like, I'm waiting. I know, like, one thing that's like not a lot of the a lot of other, well, not a lot of other talk shows that are still like not back. Like, I really like watching John Oliver,
Mhm.
and like that's just not coming back. for now.
No.
Like, it's just stuff like that. It's like, and like the what the two Jimmys, whatever their names
Fallon
are,
and Kimmel.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Mhm.
Not a fan of either of them, but they're not. But I know, like, they're big names that aren't doing their show right now.
Mhm.
But one thing, I don't know if you guys have seen it. There was a recent thing where a bunch of like actors and stuff were doing like auctions for charity,
Yeah.
which are really funny. But then people started making fake ones that are even funnier.
Yeah.
What started my fascination was it was an auction, a charity auction, to send
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg back in time to see if he really could stop 9/11.
Good one.
I have a couple of them saved. I can go through some of the real ones, and these are all on eBay.
Mhm.
There's one, Natasha Lyonne will help you solve the New York Times Sunday crossword. That one's currently at 4,500. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Audenkirk? He's the guy that plays the bad guy in the Alvin and Chipmunks movies, the live
Is that
action
Bob
ones.
Odenkirk?
Audenkirk, yeah.
Yeah, that-
Him and David Cross will join you for dinner. And I
But-
did see a what?
He also is Saul Goodman. I'm pretty sure, right?
No, David Cross is really. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
wait.
isn't it Bob Odenkirk?
Oh wait, am I getting these people? I might
Hold on.
actually, I might be getting them.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk is
no.
Saul.
So David, okay. So the listing has, so the listing is, it says Bob Odenkirk first, and then
Yeah.
David Cross second, but then in a picture it has them swapped.
Oh,
So
yeah, this guy.
I thought the first name would be the person on the left.
So I had to be like Jamie and pull it up. I had to
Yeah,
figure out who David Cross was. Looks
yeah,
like
no,
that.
he was-
Looks like that. Kind of looks like that fish from that one episode of SpongeBob where they get like a assist. Krabs gets an assistant manager, and he's like a total control freak.
What?
The
Hold
dude
on.
who turns into like a chain restaurant? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, you
One
mean
second.
the one where Mr. Krabs sold the restaurant?
Hold on.
Or-
Hold on.
I
See if
don't know
I
what
can
he's
find it.
talking about.
See if I can find him. 1 second.
Keep naming some eBay
I
stuff
found him.
while I look
I
for
found him. Copy him.
Okay.
I'm putting him in general.
So those two, whichever one's name is whichever one, I don't
Yeah.
care. People are spent. That bid is up to
Yeah, that's
$10,000,
the one he sold.
which is weird because it also says plus $965 shipping. So I don't know. I don't know what the shipping. These all have shipping on them.
Maybe just add more money to it.
Maybe, but like, I mean, maybe they're getting shipped. They don't have to fly here.
I don't know.
Exquisite corpse drawing Zoom with Charlie Day, which is pretty cool.
A what drawing? Sorry.
Exquisite corpse drawing. I know exquisite corpse and like exquisite corpse is like a thing for like poetry. It might be, or like I thought it might be a thing like with that, but it looks like something about drawing. There is actually Brandon Lee O'Malley has a Scott Pilgrim, a signed action figure of Scott Pilgrim for $600, which I considered, but I'm not rich. Anyway, force Matt Damon to actually buy a zoo.
I
that
think
was a
that's
real
fake.
No,
No, that has to be fake.
It is a fake one.
Could you
Get drunk.
imagine?
Get drunk with the cast of Always Sunny in Philadelphia as they belittle and insult you while they stay in full character.
Okay, then. Sure.
Fake. Has to be.
Winston from Overwatch will join you for dinner.
Boy,
Where's this link? I need it. Done.
Benning about to drop 10 G's.
Yes. I must have.
I must talk
dinner with
to
the
Winston.
scientist. I need to know when Overwatch 3 is coming.
When is the sex update?
Yes.
When is the sex update?
When is the sex update? Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal will play fight in their Moon Knight and Mandalorian costume at your apartment.
That'd be sick.
Jesse Williams will save you from a home invasion. Spend a day making marmalade sandwiches with Paddington. The bear. Leah Michelle tries to read to you. I don't know the lore behind this one.
Oh, she doesn't know how to read.
She doesn't know how to read?
I forget what.
Is that like a meme or like a real like thing?
Well, because there was like a thing where she was presenting an award. And she's like, and the winner is. She opens it, and she goes, and she looks to her co-host, and then she like follows along what the co-host said. And there was like
Oh
some
my
other thing
God.
where people were looking at every time she had to read something, and she always finds some way to avoid it. And then it sort of ended with her making a video. It's like, guys, don't be stupid. I know how to read. Here's the list of reasons of why I reacted the way I did in all these viral clips. And everyone just went, you still haven't read anything. You're doing all this talk. I still haven't seen you read anything.
Dude, story time.
I think it might have stemmed from some sort of story that like she never looked at the script on whatever show she was on. I think that's where it all stems from, like where the rumor originally started. And then all those clips kind of what made like, oh my gosh, she really doesn't know how to read.
Dr. Bridget Mendler will perform her PhD thesis to the melody of terminate and review your resume with you. She's a doctor now?
Yeah, she's a doctor.
Is that real?
I think
Hold
so.
on.
Yeah.
Who is-
Holy sh-
She's gonna have to terminate.
She's a doctor?
Pretty
Yeah.
Like- The girl from
Good Luck
Good
Charlie.
Luck Charlie?
Yeah.
In the hit movie Lemonade Mouth?
I'm adding
And-
Lemonade Mouth to the movie list.
We're adding Lemonade Mouth to the movie list. Got it.
I know we don't want to totally step on the yards thing, but we're adding a decom on there.
Yeah, no,
Lemonade
these
Mouth is a
are
classic.
of course. Actually, moving on, we did our first movie thing.
Actually,
Yeah.
before we do that, can I just interject with the smallest thing?
Of course.
Okay.
So we're planning on going to King Richard's Fair soon.
Yes.
Matt, you paid me on Venmo, I guess, 2 days ago.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't notice until in the middle of this podcast, my phone lights up because our good friend Richard liked the payment on Venmo.
You liked it.
Hold
Well,
on.
to be fair, I won't read it out exactly, but Matt said King Richard blank's fair, blank being his last name.
Oh, that's fair.
So, yeah. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, we did the movie thing.
But yeah.
That
we,
was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I guess
real
like
fun.
that was fun.
I enjoyed it.
Dude, not as bad of a movie as I remembered it being.
Robots?
Yeah.
Robots
Also,
is sick, man.
definitely not a political movie, just
So-
a
totally.
straight up
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, totally.
I was like the clips you used to tease the video coming out. You chose good clips.
I chose good clips. Why? Because you're in them.
No, that they're. I'm in all of them. I was there for the whole video. What are you talking about?
I know. I just
Jackass.
no. I do think you. When he has to get his, I do think the clip of you when he has to use his girl robot's cousin's hand-me-down parts, and you go all Alex Jones on it. is really funny. And then that was the one that when I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to pick some clips. I'm like, am I gonna have to search for them? And I'm like looking through. There was one that I knew I was gonna use, and it was that one because that was really funny.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
I'm gonna. So I'm gonna. Luckily, I'm on vacation next week, so I'll have time to
Woo.
work on it. How I'm gonna get the other ones edited when I'm not on vacation, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll just
Somehow it'll get pawned off onto me. Watch.
God
we'll
no.
film it super early in the month.
Yeah.
First
I've
Monday of
been-
every month is when we'll record.
Ooh. First Monday. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
gives
works.
you maximum
We
time to
can-
get it out.
We can
Yeah.
work with that probably.
I've been pretty good with my whole getting up early. I've been very productive lately.
Nice.
Dude,
Let's go.
getting up
So-
early sucks.
Yeah.
Well, bro, I'm still. I mean, I don't know what you consider what time you're getting up.
What time are you getting up, Matt?
Right now, I started at 7:30.
Oh, that's early?
I started at 7:30. You did this to yourself. You have to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut up.
but still,
Go do
I-
your homework. Go do your homework. Okay.
dude,
Go do your homework. You have a quiz coming up.
shut up.
It started at 7:30, and I recently switched it to 7. So, I've had time. I've had some time in the morning. I've been productive. I edited
Yeah.
together like a compilation of like TF2 clips that I had been accruing. So, I think I'll be fine. I'm doing
Yeah,
pretty decent.
I've been getting up at a solid, 5:45 a.m. because the commute, as I talked about last week, sucks. But there is some hope because this week I learned that if I leave my house a solid 7 minutes earlier than I had been, I get to work like 20 minutes earlier.
Nice.
So, there's that, I guess.
Hey Rob, did you like the title of the episode?
Yeah, Rob goes on a rant for it, and it's just the length of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you
did.
messed it up.
No, I
What do you mean
didn't.
you messed it
Yes, you
up?
did.
I did
No, we
not.
didn't.
You did so.
I
No,
did
we
not
didn't.
mess it
You did
up.
it a minute longer than it actually
No.
is.
Wait,
did-
did he do
Oh,
it
what?
a minute longer?
I meant a second, sorry.
Wait,
Yeah, it says
no.
121:22.
No, it looked good to me when I checked.
121:23.
I'm watching the video right now. It says 121:22.
Wait a minute. Is it
Wait,
different
is
if
it
you?
different in the video than
It's
it is
different.
the thumbnail?
It's
It's
different.
different. It's different in the video than in the thumbnail. The thumbnail says 121:23, but the video says 121:22. YouTube, what the
Oh.
hell?
What do you mean, you two?
I said
YouTube.
No, YouTube. I'm mad at YouTube. No, YouTube. How can they
Oh,
not?
YouTube. Okay.
You, what is the video like? What is the video like? Half a second? Did I accidentally put it in half a second so that YouTube doesn't understand what to do?
Maybe.
I don't know.
YouTube can mathematically decipher what video game we played and do it automatically, but it can't figure out how long a video is.
I know.
Don't worry about it. Oh, crap.
Dustin's just so eager to get me on something.
Yeah.
I just saw it. I was like, Matt, that's wrong. What are you doing? Why would you? You went through all that work just to get it wrong.
He just wants to get me on it, man.
You wanna hear something gross that happened today?
No, but okay.
So as I said at the very beginning of this podcast, for the time being, I'm responsible for my nephews, at
Mhm.
least partially. So I come home and my nephews are here, my sister's here, brother-in-law's here, my mom. We eat dinner, yada yada yada. My sister and brother-in-law leave. They're going to a wedding for the weekend, which is why we're watching. About while my sister and brother-in-law are here, my eldest nephew, Bronson,
Prodigal son.
prodigal son, he went number 2 in his diaper, which
Yeah.
For him.
that
Yeah,
happens.
That happens.
Yep,
Classic.
it happens. Not that big of a deal.
Shout out.
But what we were not prepared for was while in the middle of cleaning him up, he walked over to we have this for lack of a better term, ledge that we keep plants on usually. However, he loves to climb up there, and it's got a bunch of windows that face towards our driveway. So while we're in the middle of cleaning him up, he climbs up on the ledge, is staring out the window, and then, with not a care in the world, just started pissing everywhere.
Like out the window?
Nope, the
Onto
window
the window.
wasn't open. Nope, not even on the window, just on the floor.
Oh, good for
What,
him.
what, Chad?
Look, little do you know, this is actually integral to his training as the savior of all of us. This was a canon event.
Yeah, so that was the first part, which,
Oh, no.
me and my sister just laughed our asses off. We thought it was hilarious.
Because it is.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. What was less funny was what happened later.
Oh no.
He has every right.
So right at my younger nephew, we had to put him to sleep because that's
God.
how that
Oh
works.
god. Oh
Nope,
no.
not like that. Not like that.
Jesus.
Not like
Jesus.
that. Not
Jesus
like that.
Christ.
So my mom's getting him to bed and then realizes, oh, we forgot to give him medicine that he needs to take. So she has me hold him while she goes to get the medicine.
Oh no.
So she gets the medicine, and it's like small liquid medicine in a syringe.
Yeah.
And she squirts it into his mouth. So as I'm holding him, she's first says, "Oh, you're gonna have to hold him carefully because he doesn't really like the medicine." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I'm holding him carefully. And she starts to put the medicine in, and he's like squirming all over the place, right?
Mhm.
And then my mom decided this was a great moment to let me know that sometimes he will spit the medicine back up.
So
And I said, okay, thinking, a little bit, not a big deal.
yeah.
What I was not prepared for was for him to projectile vomit all over myself, the couch, and the floor.
It's a defense mechanism. he felt threatened and
Um,
and acted accordingly. I don't see what's wrong here.
Literally, I love my nephews, but like I told my sister, the one thing I don't do well with is bodily fluid stuff like that in terms of me having to clean it up. Like, it took me a long time before I cleaned my first diaper,
Mhm.
and I just don't do great with stuff like that. And here I am holding my 9-month-old nephew
Mhm.
as he is projectile vomiting all over,
Dude, he's
particularly
now.
on my legs and a little bit on my crotch.
dude, he is based as fucking not even a year
And
old.
obviously, I am in no position to simply drop him and go get cleaned up.
Mhm.
So I am standing there while my mom decides, first of all, to clean him up, understandably. She then starts to clean up the rug. Okay, sure. She then decides she needs a cigarette before I can go get myself clean.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
have never jumped in the shower so fast in my life.
Yet,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, my favorite subgenre is Rob getting diced by children.
ugh.
He's just getting diced up left and right. This is like Christmas for me,
But
bro.
that
For-
actually reminded me of a story that happened to me. This was years and years ago. I was over at a different group of friends' house, and we were playing this game. I think it was called Quelf. It's a board game, and there are these different
I've heard about.
but there's different cards. I need to explain it to the audience. God damn it!
No, I'm just confirming that it's called Quelf.
Uh, and there's different things you have to do. I'm playing. I land on a certain spot. I draw a card. And it says, "Oh, stand in an X position, arms straight up, legs like out, until your next turn." My friends, being dickheads, decide, let's order pizza and eat it before we continue the game.
Oh no.
I am stuck in an X position for over an hour
Oh no.
because I am not a quitter, and I was not about to lose spaces just because of some dumb challenge.
Did they feed you pizza?
Yes,
Okay, good. They're good.
I
They're
got,
good friends.
I got the pizza, but still, they could have been like, okay, it's your turn. We'll have pizza now.
They're good friends. Brother.
Brother?
Brother.
We talked about
Oh.
concerts earlier. I wanted to bring it up while you were talking about it, but then Discord acted up on me.
Yeah.
Understandable.
We know who's going to be performing here in a couple months.
Who?
Shane and his band.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, they're going to be at the Bit Bar.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah,
Shit, guess we'll
I
be
saw it
going
on
there
Twitter.
tonight.
Yeah, totally. November
going to-
4th, they're going to be at Bit Bar.
He
Sick.
didn't fucking.
Hold on.
He didn't
Search.
Why didn't he
Uh,
tell me? Why didn't
We
he
probably
tell
would
me?
have said something once we got closer.
Probably, yeah. So if
Well,
he
that's
does, just
cool.
pretend it's the first time you're hearing it. I never said it.
never
Nah,
said
nah, nah.
Shane,
Shane
if
will
you're
listen.
listening, I never said it.
Yeah?
I didn't spoil it if that's what you were trying to do, Shane. I never said that.
Dude, he was actually going to make the big announcement on his podcast.
His podcast out. Dude. I'm waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the call, Shane. I'm waiting for the call to action. Get me in there.
Waiting 5 more episodes.
5
Yo.
more episodes.
What's in 5 episodes?
We're gonna get
Uh,
his podcast.
The first episode that Shane was on, ours was episode 7, so we're gonna be on for episode 7 of his.
Uh,
But he doesn't do his weekly.
does he do his monthly? Or just whatever?
You know,
I
a
think
couple.
it's-
You know, we'll wait for a pattern to spawn.
You know, at some point he's just gonna hit us up. He'll be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, it's episode 7 time," and
Hell
we'll be like,
yeah.
"Okay."
And I will answer the call.
The Call of the Wild.
Unlike when it was my birthday. For
Ooh,
Laser tag.
still bringing that up, huh? Dustin,
you're
will there ever be a
and-
time where you don't bring that up?
probably
and-
not.
Do you want to go to laser tag? I'll take you to laser tag, Dustin, to make up
Dude,
for it.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'd love to go laser tag at some point.
Yo, laser tag?
I was a beast of laser tag. I never realized that until like later on, like when I was older, and like right before that place ended up shutting down because of COVID. But I was constantly winning every game I ever played.
Wait, really?
That place, pretty
Not
much.
that I
Yeah.
would. Not that I would know. Not like I was
Yeah.
ever there.
You were there for the one time. So junior prom.
Oh, the prom
Oh.
one, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was crushing.
Yeah.
I won every game we played.
Isn't that one
night.
where that was that the one where that one guy broke his foot?
Yeah, it was.
I forget his
Oh.
name, but
Oh yeah, someone broke his foot.
Yeah, I remember that. That was that one. That was also like the worst feeling of like secondhand embarrassment I feel like I've ever had, because I just felt so bad for the people that just happened to be there at the same time as us.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people that went to that like was crazy.
It was a lot.
It got like really, it was, if I remember correctly, I wasn't involved in any of it, the planning of it.
Right.
I just caught the invite, as I feel most people did. But I think it kind of spiraled out of control with a lot of people inviting a lot of people.
Yes, because it started out with, like, I forget who actually did start, but it was kind of the thing like, open invitation, just bring whoever. But then it got to a point where a bunch of people were claiming, no, this was my idea, no, this is my idea. So it's
And
like
then
a
just
whole weird thing. Yeah.
And just inviting a lot of people.
I
I
guess
felt
to fully explain, it was kind of a thing where it was for junior prom, and we all kind of decided that junior prom, that's stupid. It's not real prom. So someone came with the idea of just doing a big old laser tag party at a laser tag place instead.
I don't even think I
Yeah.
went to that.
No, you had work.
Yeah, I think I worked.
I specifically remember because a bunch of people kept going up to me saying, "Hey, where's Robert?" And they only ever associate me as being next to you. So you're like, "Hey, where's Rob? You're always with him. Where's Rob?" I was like, "He has work tonight."
It's really
I mean,
funny that you phrase it like that, Dustin. I think it's just because of the people who were there. But
I feel like if you ever saw, like, if you just saw Mario, you'd ask where Luigi was.
yeah, but like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to hear Dustin basically be like, I mean, look, I'm not going to try to put words in your mouth, Dustin. So by all means, if you disagree with my assessment here, please go for it.
Mhm.
But like, it made it, the way you talked there made it sound like everyone just assumed you were my sidekick. And I'm like,
I'm just
geez,
saying-
like Dustin says, like Dustin, you're your own person. Like, I
Listen,
don't know why.
There's a lot of
you would
band
be
kids there.
here.
You were the only band person. I think that's how people saw me.
No,
And
I
again,
get
a
that.
few
That's
people literally said verbatim, "You're always next to Robert, so where is he?" Like a couple people did literally say that. So
Well, to be fair, we would talk to each other all the time. That's the only reason you were in the band hallway, pretty much.
Yeah. Because you were my ride, and that's where we went. So I was like, okay.
Band trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
Oh,
think you had
God.
anywhere better to go in the morning, so
definitely not.
Remember your guys' freshman band trip?
I try
We've
not to.
we've talked about it a couple times. I don't remember. I think that's like one of the one stories where like, no, we have
You
to be
want
a
a
big
following for that.
we have to
Yeah.
we have to have a following to tell that story.
Got it.
Yeah, there's that and then like the Hell movie shoot that I was on.
Yeah.
Those two.
Those are like the two that's like
Uh-oh.
it's like we gotta wait. Gotta hold those.
A story we don't need to wait for, though. Something that happened earlier this week. It was actually on Monday, right before I hopped in here to do the movie thing. You guys were already in Discord.
Yeah.
You were playing, well, Matt was playing Danganronpa, and
Oh yeah.
it was you two and George was just watching. So I've had this problem with my phone recently where basically while I'm at work, I'll have it in my pocket. And for some reason, it'll just unlock itself, take random screenshots. One time it got to the point where I somehow just accidentally messaged multiple people. So at that point, I was like, okay, I can't be I don't know what's going to happen if I have my phone in my pocket anymore. I'm just going to stop. I'm done with it. Until Monday, where I had like a full-on walking route, like no truck. I was going to be walking the whole time. I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a go now because I want to listen to some music while I'm working.
Mhm.
For most of the day, it works fine. Nothing happens. At the end of the day, like literally, like the second to last, I went to a different route after I finished that one. I was on like the last house. And I'm listening to some music, just listening to whatever. Then suddenly, I hear Fanning talking.
Hello.
And I'm like, what the hell? What? And I pull out my phone, and now I'm watching Danganronpa on Discord. I'm like, what? So I leave
Did you enjoy what you were watching?
I was only for a brief segment before I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I left the voice chat. Basically, somehow, from my phone just being in my pocket, not touching my hand at all, it turned the screen on, unlocked my phone, which the only way to unlock my phone is by either the fingerprint sensor or like you have to like draw a pattern. So somehow it locked there. Opened up Discord, joined that voice chat, and then started watching the stream. All from just being in my pocket, not touching it at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
I know the thing that pisses me off is I'll have my phone in my pocket and I'll have it connected to headphones,
Mhm.
and it'll just start playing music all the time.
Right.
And that's really frustrating because it'll be like quiet or whatever. And all of a sudden I'm like, do I slightly hear Hamilton playing? And I pull out my phone and sure enough, it's like playing through the headphones. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Huge Hamilton fan has to have it running 24/7.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like Office fans can't go a second without mentioning it.
They has a personality. Is it like have you ever like had your phone like just out on like a table and it just like unlocks, or is it
No.
specifically when it's in your pocket?
I think it's only ever happened when it's in my pocket. Yeah, I've definitely never had it just out and it just does that. It only ever happens when it's in my pocket.
Have you tried like I don't know, because I'm wondering how it would unless it like I don't know how it would unlock.
Neither do I.
It-
I
it
don't
would-
get it.
Because the way it sounds is that it would have to accidentally enter in your pattern perfectly,
Yeah.
or somehow like spoof your fingerprint. Neither which do I think is very likely.
I don't. The only thing I think was like maybe I use the fingerprint so often that like it leaves a mark and that's enough to detect it sometimes or something.
You have the
shouldn't
mark.
work.
You have the mark, and then it like vaguely like goes against the side of your leg, and
Yeah,
that together makes it feel like if you like press your phone to the side of your leg now, does it unlock? Imagine it. Imagine it
nothing.
does. Ah,
That
dude,
would freak out.
imagine.
Like, I understand it shouldn't work, but that's somehow the most logical conclusion I can come to. in
Do you
this
have like
situation.
a fingerprint on the side of your leg that you don't know about?
I
It's
hope
like a
not.
weird. That would be kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Do you have like a finger in your like a severed finger in your pocket? That
Well, I
keeps
do
you
have
Or
a
you
alive?
just
picture
got
finger
that
that I cut
scene,
off
man.
just in case.
Damn it.
Ben, I am so glad both of us went with the same stupid joke.
Same brain cell.
Same
I
exact brain cell.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think I just need a new phone.
Do you think if you turned it to like a number code that way?
I don't know. I'm kind of convinced it's still gonna find a way.
We should just like we should like test this. We should just like have you just like walk all day. I guess you do that
I already
already.
do that.
You
And that's when I have
be, so yeah, you should just be constantly changing like
yeah, Dustin. On your
the
next
method of your
on your next
password.
day off, you should just walk all day.
Yeah.
So next time you're delivering mail to the fine citizens,
Mhm.
you should just change your password to like a number password and then see if that makes a difference. Because then we can figure out how this is happening.
Right.
Unless someone's just like, because in all reality, your phone could just be like unlocking. It could just be like, you know what? I'm gonna unlock right now.
Yes.
I just feel like
Not-
I'm walking.
That's
I'm
happened to me
not Dustin.
sometimes.
I'm not trying to find out what your phone password is or anything, right?
Okay.
But like, so it's one of the ones that's a swipe pattern.
Yeah, you swipe the pattern. Yeah.
So like, it's not just as simple as like 2 lines or anything like that, right?
No,
Like, I'm trying to think if
there's like a line and a bunch of crossing and stuff.
So Dustin, your social security number.
Yeah.
It's like 9 digits, like, right?
Now,
No.
if you had to say that first digit was like odd or even, what are you thinking?
There's not any like weird like quirky things about your social security password that makes it easy to remember at all.
Your social security password? You have a social
social-
password for it?
Your
Damn.
social security number.
It's a password to get to your number.
Yeah, it's the password
Yeah.
to get your number. Oh wait, hey guys, if you're wondering, this guy doesn't have his social security number password locked, so he's a target.
Yeah.
Damn.
You should have a password locked.
Yeah. Go ahead and Cam. He doesn't have a password.
You should make it a
You-
password. You should
Steal his identity.
You should make it a password to something that, like, do you have a password that you have for like everything that could get me or someone into everything you have? And if you do, what is it?
In all seriousness, do you guys have your social security numbers memorized?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like I know some people do and some people don't. I have mine.
I do.
I have my memorized too.
Okay.
I thought it would be way more important to know off the top of my head like that, but hasn't come up too much really.
Hey, Dustin.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Dustin, why
Oh,
don't you
shit.
say it and I'll let you know if you got it
yeah,
right.
yeah, prove it.
I'll just let you know if you got it right, you know?
Sure.
No, say it. I'll bleep it.
I don't believe you.
Dude, future Matt will always bleep it.
When have I ever said I'll do something and then not?
Every podcast.
It's not
True.
It's not true.
Fine. Like at least half the podcasts.
That's not true. I'll even say I'll do something every podcast. You're making things up. You're telling lies about me.
Yeah, you're probably right. What are you gonna do? Bleep that?
Yeah.
Oh, I doubt it.
What do you want me to bleep?
I don't know, whatever you want, I guess. You edit the podcast. You could literally bleep me out of the whole thing if you wanted to.
That would be funny.
I just delete. I just delete your audio. I just delete your audio track. It just sounds like we're talking to no one.
I mean, I wouldn't advise it. It probably would be unlistenable, but
I mean, as opposed to
yeah, excuse me.
that was a dig at the whole podcast. You don't gotta feel so.
Oh, okay.
You don't gotta feel. I wasn't targeting you specifically.
Okay.
Matt, just let you know, I was gonna do a funny bit where I said your address and then send my social security number to guarantee that you would bleep it all. But it took me too long to remember what your address was, so the bit kind of got ruined. But I just want to let you know that's what I was gonna do.
It's like, okay.
I'm glad you trust us enough that you would just say your social, but okay.
So, do you not?
Do I know Dustin's? No.
No, do you not trust us?
Do you
Do
not?
you not trust us with your social security number?
I don't think I would trust anyone with my social except for like my mom.
Wow.
What? What am I gonna do? I don't even know what. I
I'm
barely know what it's
so-
used for. What am I gonna
Dude,
do with your social security number?
That is literally how you impersonate someone.
Yeah, but why would, dude? Am I crazy for being kind of offended by that?
I'm a little offended too.
I'm a little
It's
offended.
He
nothing.
thinks I'm gonna impersonate him.
No,
thinks
it's
I'm-
not. I don't think
He thinks that we're at some
the
point.
more people who know something like that, the more likely it is someone somewhere is going to do something stupid.
This guy thinks that there's a possibility somewhere down the line. I'm so down on my luck. I'm gonna impersonate him. I'm gonna take out a credit card in his name.
Or you're
And
going to
There's a not to the fact that you feel that there's a non-zero chance that I abuse the fact that I have your social security number offends me.
I'm not even, it sounds more like he thinks he's gonna tell us. We're gonna memorize it, and it's somehow gonna slip out in conversation with somebody else.
Fanning, can you back me up here?
That's what it sounds like more.
Fanning, I need someone to back me up.
You're not getting it from me, my friend.
Oh, fucking God.
Little do you know,
Really?
me, Dustin, and Fanning have a group chat where we always post our social security numbers.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
our
Matthew,
pretty
remember,
good
so-
nickname.
oh, you don't? It's okay. Let me tell you again.
Hey, just in case you forgot it, let me know.
Is it in the same place that you keep George's Minecraft password?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to
Yeah.
scroll through a bunch of social security numbers to find the password, copy and paste it, send it to George A. Every so often, he accidentally sends my social security number instead of the password, but it's okay.
Every now and again, he puts my social security number in as his Minecraft password, and it still says wrong password.
Don't give your social security number out to anyone.
Look,
But
I'm just saying, if there was an instance, right?
Yes.
Like, let's say, like, I don't know what kind of instance would happen. But if I'm just saying, if there was ever an instance where it's like, okay, I physically can't be somewhere right now. I need to have, let's say, like Lads AM becomes a company, right?
Yes.
Sure.
It becomes a company.
All right, lads. I
I-
am more like Lads Incorporated. am I
I
right?
am CEO. Dustin and Rob are founders, and Fanning is my personal assistant. Right?
Benny's your secretary that you're fucking on the side. Okay.
I never said secretary. Anyway, moving on.
Is there a difference between a secretary and a personal assistant?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think secretary does like the personal stuff really.
But here's the thing.
Personal
Something needs to happen where I need to give my social security number. But I'm not going to be around to do it. But Fanning is.
Yes.
I would 100% trust Fanning with my social security number.
Thank you, my friend.
I would always trust. You know what? Even if I just decide to tell him it as a meme, I would trust Fanning with my social security number. I'm not saying I have to.
right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying I have to do it right now. There'd be no reason to.
Yeah.
But should the situation comes up where I need to, where I
what
would need to give.
situation would arise that you need to tell Fanning?
If we're a business and he's my assistant, I just gave you one.
Okay, like, I mean, okay, if we're talking about, like, in terms of a work context,
I don't
then
think
I
it's
get, like, I don't know, I feel like you're coming up with, like, the one situation where it does make sense.
Oh yeah, and the internet storing information doesn't happen because an EMP could happen. But like, I'm just saying that if something happened, like, okay, let's do something else, right? Something else.
Okay.
Like, I want to buy something, but I'm not in a spot to. I would 100% trust giving you guys like my credit card information to get it for me.
That I would trust you.
You can do, but that it's the same idea. You can cause damage with that. But I don't have any thought in my brain that if I gave Fanning or Dustin or you my credit card information, mainly because I don't have a credit card, but if I did have a credit card and I would give you the information, in no part in my brain I'm not gonna like stop and be like, they could financially destroy me with this information. That's not gonna happen.
I just think if I were to just simply say my social security number out loud to you guys, and in 10 minutes later I asked you what's my social security number, you would all forget. That's the biggest thing for me is that you just like.
I'm not going to be writing it down because I'm not going to be like, oh shit, information I can abuse in the future. Like,
and I trust that you wouldn't do that, Matt.
Yeah.